Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and doing good. So, as you remember, in the previous video, we had done the grammar topic about homophones. Now, today we will be doing a new grammar topic, and it is something new for you. I suppose you must have not done it in your previous classes. So, even if you have not done it, it is very easy. It is only the basic information given about this topic. And do you know what is the topic? It is participles. So we are going to learn today about participles. Okay, so it is a very simple topic, only a basic level, means a simple level of the topic. Okay, it is very easy and you will understand it really well when I will explain it to you, and I will also show you an animation so that you get a clear idea. Okay students, so let's learn about participles. Okay students, this is the seventh part of chapter 5. That means this is the seventh video of fifth chapter. And do you know what is the name of the topic that we are going to study? Yes, the name of the topic is participles. Okay students, the name of the topic, the name of the grammar topic we are going to study is participles. So let's start the grammar topic. Okay students, so this particular topic about participles is given in your application book in worksheet 5.4. okay, and it is on page number 66. okay, now this topic is really very easy for you. Understood? Don't think that what is this participles, I don't know about this participles. So don't worry. See, in your application book a very good explanation of the topic is given. Okay, so I will be reading it and then you will understand everything. Then we will discuss the worksheets also. Okay, now see here. Observe the highlighted words in the following sentences. Now highlighted words means the words which are in bold letter. Now see here. The screams of the dying man could be heard. Over here the highlighted word is dying. Okay. The broken glass was lying on the floor. So, the highlighted word over here is broken. Now, what is given about these two words? Let's see. In the first sentence, dying qualifies the noun man as an adjective does. Okay. And in the second sentence, broken qualifies the noun glass in the same way as an adjective. So, did you understand what it is? So, see over here dying. Dying is a verb also. Can you see the screams of the dying man could be heard? So, dying man is a verb also and it is an adjective also. See, because dying is an action and it is an adjective because it tells us something about the noun. Man is the noun. So it tells us how was the man? The man was dying. So this is a verb also and this is an adjective also. It is both. It is verb also and it is adjective also. Okay, there are sometimes you come across such words. Then you will be confused that what shall I what are these words? Are they verbs or are they adjectives? You will get confused. Okay, now see the second one also. The noun is glass. Now here also see the broken glass was lying on the floor. Now over here also broken is adjective also and it is verb also. Can you see? Broken. It is a verb also, broken glass. And it is an adjective also because it tells us something more about the glass. It tells us how is the glass broken. So this is a verb also, this is an adjective. So over here both the words over here, the words that are highlighted, these both words are adjectives also and verbs also. And when you come across these words, like these words which are verbs also, which are adjectives also, then they are known as participles. Okay. So verbs which act as adjectives are called participles. So this is the definition. Verbs which act as adjectives are called participles. So actually they are verbs, but they are acting like adjectives. They are adjectives also and they are verbs also. So such words are known as participles. It is very easy. When we will move forward with the lesson, you will get a more and more clear understanding. Okay, students. So don't worry if you have not understood clearly till now. See, when I will proceed in the lesson, when I read more and more of the lesson, then you will understand also more and more. And especially when I will show you the examples, you will get a very clear idea of participles. Okay. Now see. A participle is partly a verb and partly an adjective. Partly means half. So half it is verb also and half it is adjective also. Okay. So participle is half verb and half adjective. A participle is also known as verbal adjective. Okay. This is very important. The other name of participle is verbal adjective, because see, it is half verb and half adjective. So the other name is verbal adjective. Now participles may be used as attributes. For example, growing children need a healthy diet. Okay. So attributes, it can be used as attributes also. Attributes means when we want to show the characteristics. Okay. When you want to show the characteristics, that is known as attributes. So over here, the example is given. Attributes means you understood, no? Attributes means when there is a particular characteristic shown, a quality, that is known as attributes. So see, you must write over here for your better understanding. See, sometime when you later on read it, you may forget. You will say, what the teacher told, I don't remember. So see, you must underline and write over here quality or characteristic. So the meaning of attribute is, in simple language, if you want to understand in easy language, then it means quality. A quality of a person or a quality of a thing is known as the attributes. So you can just write it in this way, quality or characteristic. So when you study further, sometime when you learn, then you can just remember that I had told this meaning. Okay. Now see, what is the example given? Growing children need a healthy diet. So see, over here growing is a verb also, an adjective also. Can you see? It is verb also. Verb means action. So growing is a verb also, an adjective also. So this is a participle. So sometimes participle may be used to show characteristics or quality. See, can you see? This is a participle and it is used to show the quality of the children, characteristic of the children. Okay. So growing children need a healthy diet. So growing is the participle. Okay. Because it is both verb and both adjective. Then other way which a participle may be used is given over here. It may be used in predicate to modify the subject or the object. Now you know what is predicate. I have already explained to you subject and predicate. Predicate means the part of the sentence that comes after the verb. Okay. The second part of the sentence that comes after the verb. The first half is subject and the second half is predicate. Subject comes before the verb and predicate comes from the verb. Predicate starts from the verb. Okay. So over here, see, the subject is Ravi. And what is the predicate? Kept his father waiting. This is the predicate. Okay. So predicate starts from the verb. So over here, what is the example? Ravi kept his father waiting. So here see, waiting. So waiting is adjective also and verb also. So this is also participle. Ravi kept his father waiting. Okay. So the father was waiting. So it is an action. So it is a verb. And it is showing the quality. What the father was doing? The father was waiting. So waiting is an adjective also. So here also waiting is a participle. Okay. Did you understand, students? So it can be used as a quality and it can be used to modify the subject or the object. Okay. Ravi kept his father waiting. Now we will move forward. See, now I will show you examples and you will get a very, very clear idea. Now see this. Now you will understand what is the difference between participles and verbs. Some of you must be still confused. between participles and verbs. So when you see this examples, no, then you will get a clear idea. Okay. The coins jingled in my pocket. Now over here verb is jingled. This is an action. Over here the verb is jingled. It is an action. So this is a verb. This is simple verb. Now see the other way. The jingling sound of the coins woke up the guard. How was the sound? Jingling. How was the sound of the coins? Jingling. So here jingling is participle. Okay. Did you understand, students? So this is the difference between verb and participle. See, the coins jingled in my pocket. This is not a participle, but here see. How was the sound of the coins? Jingling. So this is adjective also and this is the verb also. Okay. See, mostly you must try to find out adjective. How was the sound of the coins? Jingling. Jingling is adjective also and jingling is verb also. So here it is participle. Okay. Now see the next example. The milk boiled and bubbled over. Okay, so here the verb is bubbled. Okay, this is an action. Now over here see the next part. She laughed, bubbling over with joy. So how she laughed? Bubbling. Okay, she laughed, bubbling over with joy. So how she was laughing? She was bubbling over. What she was doing? She was bubbling. So this is an adjective also and this is a verb also. Okay, so this is a participle. Understood? The bird refreshed itself with a dip in the pond. Now this is only refresh. This is a simple verb. This is not an adjective. Okay, the bird refreshed itself with a dip in the pond. And the next part is, that was a very refreshing bath. So how was the bath? Refreshing. So you must ask question in the noun. Okay, you must see the noun. Then you will ask how it was. You will get an answer that is adjective. You already know that. So it is both adjective also and it is a verb also. Over here refreshing is both adjective also and verb also. So it is a participle. Okay, how was the bath? Refreshing. So this is a participle. The refreshed bird began singing. How was the bird? Refreshed. So here refreshed is verb also and adjective also. So this is also participle. This is also participle. Okay. Now the next example is, these all are examples, okay students, in your application book. It is for your better understanding. Now see here. Just wait. The girl sang beautifully on stage. So you know the sang is a verb. It is an action. Okay. Now here see. The singing doll was everyone's favorite. How was the doll? Singing. How was the doll? Singing. Yes, doll is adjective also and the verb also. So this is called a participle. Understood? Here it is not an adjective. Here it is only verb. So this is a simple verb, but here it became adjective also and it became a verb also. How was the doll? Singing. So you must always find out the noun first. Then you must ask the question how. Then you will get the participle. Okay. The boy jumped over the fence. Now here you know this is a simple verb. The boy jumped. So jumped is the verb. It is not adjective. It is only a verb. Simple verb. Now you see over here. The jumping dog injured itself. How was the dog? Jumping. So jumping is verb also and adjective also. Here you must see the noun first. The dog is a noun in the sentence. So now you must ask a question. How was the dog? It was jumping. So it is verb also and adjective also. So it is a participle. Okay, it is very simple. See students, mostly I will tell you one thing. The participles, okay, the participles they end with ing or ed mostly. Okay, most of the participles they end in ing and ed. Some participles may also end with n and some participles may also end in t. Okay, so at the end of the word there will be ing or ed or n or t. Okay, so here when we are studying this particular chapter, now you have just started with participles, so it is very simple for you, it is on a simple level for you. So mostly you will have words with ing and ed. See, at the end there will be mostly ing, over here there is ed also, see. Okay, so you don't have to worry about the other letters like n, t. Mostly there will be ing and ed at the end of the word, so you will be so you will understand it is a participle. Okay students, so this was only a clue given to you, okay, to identify the participles. At the end there will be ing, ed, n or t, and there are many other letters also that may be possible. Okay, now see, we will do the exercises. I will just discuss it, then you will have to do it on your own, but see, I will explain you, then you will get a clear idea. See, now here they have already done one example. Rewrite the sentences by adding suitable participles. One has been done for you. Okay, now you have to add participle in the sentence. You have to add a participle. Now you can add any type of, you can add any participle that you want. Now see, the first one is done for you, so I don't have to show you an example. So I don't have to show you how to do it. We saw a tree in the park. Okay, now what is the noun over here? First you must see what is the noun. The noun is tree, and you know the participle mostly comes before the noun. Yes or no? See, I showed you all the sentences, the participle was before the noun. Over here it was before the doll, over here before the dog. So you may put it before the noun. Okay, mostly it is before the noun. So see, they have written, we saw a flowering tree in the park. So they have put the participle flowering, ing word. Can you see? We saw a flowering tree in the park. Or you can also write, we saw a flower tree. You can add ed also, that is also correct. We saw a flowered tree in the park. Then what else can you write in the sentence? We saw a growing tree in the park. Okay, we can you can just think about different participles. Okay, you can just think about the different participles. There are many participles. It's not necessary that you have to use only this participle. Okay, you can use any participle that you want according to your thinking, according to your imagination. Okay, so here they have given, we saw a flowering tree in the park. So this is the participle. Now see the second one. I am just telling you orally so that you understand. The children came to attend the party. Now the noun is children. Okay, so you can write any participle. You can write any participle. See, you can use the words which are ending with ing or ed. Now what will you write? See, I will just show you, I will just tell you an example. The excited children came to attend the party. Okay, so this sentence also you can just do it on your own. So see, I will just give you the example of this sentence. Now you see the noun. First you must see the noun, then you must add the participle. The children came to attend the party, then you can write, the talking children came to attend the party. Or you can write, the laughing children came to attend the party. You can write many participles. You can think of any participles. Okay, so I gave you two participles, talking or laughing. You can do it on your own. Okay students, then you must write the whole sentence. The talking children came to attend the party. Or the laughing children came to attend the party. Or the crying children came to attend the party. You can write any participle of your choice. Okay students, so I have explained you how to do. First you must find out the verb, and then you must write the sentence. Understood? Here also see the guest. I saw my guest at the reception. Over here you can underline guest also as a noun and reception also as a noun. If you want to add participle, you can add participle of guest. Okay, in front of guest, or if you want to add participle for reception, then you can add it. So I will add for guest. I will just say you orally. I saw my invited guest at the reception. Or you can write I saw my expected guest at the reception. See, you can use ing also, and you can use ed participle also. Then you can write I saw my neighboring guest at the reception. So you can write anything you want. Okay, so you have to write the whole sentence. Okay, now the next one is exercise B. State whether the underlined words are verbs or participle. Now this you have to do it on your own. There are verbs underlined. You have to say whether it is a participle or a verb. You have to think very hard. You must think on your own. If you think on your own only, you will understand. Okay, so this is very easy. You have to see if it is before the verb, if it is before the noun. If it is describing a noun, then it is a participle. But if it is not describing a noun, then it is a verb. I have given you a hint. If it is describing a noun, then it is a participle. And if it is not describing a noun, only if it is an action, then it is a verb. So here you must write. If it is verb, you must write verb. If it is participle, you must write participle. Okay, so this was exercise B. Now only one exercise is there, that is C. This is very simple. Underline the participle in the sentences and write what they describe. This is very easy. You have to only underline the participle and which noun they are describing, that you have to write. Now see, the tired dog lay down and slept. So here the participle is tired. So it is an adjective. So what it is describing? It is telling us something about a dog. The dog is tired. So we wrote dog. See, I will do the second one. The frightened child began to cry. So what is the participle? See, ed. This is also ed. This is also ed. So participle may add, at the end there may be ed or ing. So here the frightened child. The frightened child. So it is telling us more about the child. Okay, it is telling us more about the child. So you may write child. And the third one, the boring speech made by the students yawn. So here how was the speech? The speech was boring. Now you see here ing is there. So I told you at the end there will be ing or there will be ed. Okay, so they are called participles. Now about what was boring? The speech was boring. So it is telling us about the speech. So here you will write speech. Okay, so I have showed you what to do. The remaining 4 to 10 you can do it on your own. Okay students, so this was the information I had to give you about the participles. You must do all the homework that I have given you students in the worksheet, all the questions. If you do, you will understand it in a better way. Okay, and now I will be showing you an animation about participles so that you will get an idea. Okay students, so let's see the animation.
Participles. Participle. Participle is a verb form that functions as an adjective, so it is also called verbal adjective. Examples: burning wood, crying baby, torn shirt, broken chair. Types of participle. 1. Present participle, verb plus ing. 2. Past participle, verb plus ed or d or en, third form of verb. 3. Perfect participle, having plus third form of verb. Use of present participle. Examples: yesterday I saw a burning torch. It is a boring game. When two actions happen at the same time. Sitting in the class, he was reading a book. Listening to music, he was completing his project. Use of past participle. I need a written statement. He bought a used car. I have closed the door. Use of past participle for a completed action. Examples: shocked by the news, they fell into silence. Tired due to exercise, he drank a bottle of water. Use of perfect participle. When one action happens after the other, perfect participle is used. Having done my duty, I slept for a while. Having read the book, I returned it to the librarian. In this chapter, you have learnt participles.
Okay students, so I hope you have understood what are participles. Yes or no? See, you should solve more and more examples. Then only you will learn better, then only you will be sure of the topic. The more examples in grammar, the more examples you solve, the more you can learn, the more you can get practice. It is not necessary that you should solve only examples of book. You can just when you have your free time, you can just see on net. You can see on the net also there are many sentences of participles, not only participles, all the grammar topics. Then on YouTube also I have kept some videos, you can watch it. Yes or no? I have also kept videos of participles, what I'm making right now. But you can watch extra videos also. There are many good videos about you can even learn through videos. Yes or no students? So if you watch more examples, if you solve more examples, if you see more sentences, practice more sentences, then your grammar will be more and more better. Okay students? So practicing is important in maths, in the same way practice is also important in grammar. So if possible, practice more and more. Okay students? So I hope you have understood and enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching it and have a nice day.